Hey guys, how are you? It's Tara Stiles. Hope you're all having a fantastic day so far. Welcome to another Ask Tara Tuesdays. Yay, Ask Tara Tuesdays. So I put a little query up on the Facebook page. I'll send you guys the link down below so you can hop on board on all of the fun on Facebook. And let's see what we got. Okay, so this was one from a few days ago that I didn't get to yet. Lorna Herod. I know it's not Tuesday, Ask Tara anything video. Okay, the question is how to do pendant pose. Is that what it is? How to do, yeah, pendant pose. So I think there's a few people call all these poses differently, but I think it's lotus and you lift up. I think that's the one you're thinking of. If it's not, just let me know and I'll redo another one. So anything where you're kind of lifting yourself off of the ground, no problem. Just need to lift up in your hips and belly and see what happens and not kind of force anything. So to get in lotus pose right away, obviously you need to get some hip actioning, opening. You can kind of rock around the leg a little bit, one leg and the other leg. Make sure you never force or push your body to do anything that it's not already going to do easily. So if you can't do lotus easily, if this hurts your knees or ankles or anything, just skip it. Don't worry about it. It's not worth it. It's just a yoga pose. So for the pendant one, just to lift up, just press your fingertips down to the ground right next to your hips. If you're too far away, you're going to feel like a road runner splat out here. So right next to your hips as you push down, see what happens if you just lift your knees up. Tao does this one a lot. You lift your knees and you set them back down, and she does this whole thing where you slowly lift up and slowly come back down, and she does this whole like dance thing where she comes back and forth. What? Just like that. So just like that, real graceful, right? So to come out, just press your fingertips down. She also does this one. Lift up your knees. If that's not working, lift up your hips, keep your knees down. And then once your knees are still on the ground, see if you can just lift your hips up from there. And you should always be able to carry on a nice casual conversation when you're doing this stuff. Lower the knees, lower the hips, or you can lower the hips and lower the knees, either way. So just go easy with that. If you can't lift up all the way right away, no worries. It really doesn't matter. Your life will change when you can breathe easier during all this stuff, not necessarily if you accomplish a physical pose. The poses are just there to show us and remind us how to breathe, how to connect inward, and how to keep our bodies and minds and all the systems that keep us connected to each other and ourselves healthy and vibrant and alive. And anyway, so okay, let's go on to some more poses. So hope that helped, Lorna. Let me know if that was the pose you were looking for. Otherwise, I'll do another one. Okay. Obey Marty stretches for BMX racing. Nice. So, are you serious? Because BMX racing stretching? Well, you're probably hunching your shoulders a lot, so you might want to do this one is a nice one. Shoulder release here, one side, the other side. A nice one to get your whole body involved is standing up, big stretch here to open your chest here. And then as you exhale all the way over, a few easy breaths, releasing the shoulders. Every time you inhale, make a little more space. Every time you exhale, holding a little further and deeper. Nice little bend in the knees, give you some more room in the hamstrings. So that's a fun one. So let me know if that helps your BMX game. All right, Arthur Morales, my knees lock up quite a bit. Is there any pose or sequence that can help with that? So I'd need to see what's going on with your knees. And how they're locking up, if they feel jammed or anything. You can always put a nice softness in your knees. So if you're doing, just standing poses, try not to, lock your knees. Try to just pull up the fronts of your legs and maybe even keep a slight bend in your knees. So no need to sort of lock into your knees when you're doing yoga. You want to hold your muscles depending on which movements and actions you're doing, but no need to kind of press or force or lock anything. So hopefully that makes some sense, but yeah, I'd need to see. Take a video of what you're doing and show me, and then we can keep going with that one. Okay, Ian, how do you stay focused in chaos? Meditation. No, seriously, meditation is the practice. It is everything that keeps you staying focused in chaos and focused in balanced times and happy times. And physical yoga is just simply a moving meditation which shows us how to stay focused in the chaos of trying to balance, trying to go off balance, try to remain balanced. So the more you practice and the more you meditate and the more you practice yoga, moving meditation, the more calm you're going to find during all times in your life. Not to say that things don't go up and down in a roller coaster, but you're not going to be affected in that roller coaster. You're sort of having some space between the roller coaster and you instead of being being trapped around. So there's this space that starts to happen, and it feels really empowering and really calming and really awesome. So practice yoga every day. Get up in the morning, meditate, even 5 minutes. Put down your yoga mat. You can do it. It changes your life, changes my life, changes everybody's life who does it. So hopefully that works. Teresa, hello. Is there a different breathing technique during vinyasa flow than different breathing technique during vinyasa flow than when you're driving a car or hanging out with your friends or anything? Oh, I'm serious. I'm just kidding. But when you're practicing yoga, any type of moving yoga meditation, it's nice to start with a very long, deep, even pace of breath. You can add ujjayi breathing to that. It's sort of the Darth Vader sound where it's like, I don't know if you can hear that. See, it sounds like Darth Vader. So that's constricting the back of your throat, and what that's doing, it's sort of like a Brita filter or any other water filter for that matter, for your air, and it helps to redirect and filter your air to calm and focus the mind and center you while you're moving in meditation. You can also do the same thing, not that same breath, but the same idea of long inhales and longer exhales when you're practicing yoga without the Darth Vader breathing too. And it doesn't have to be loud. If you're in a class with a lot of people, your neighbors shouldn't hear your Darth Vader breath. So if you start to be like, like Frankenstein breath, that's no good. So the only person that should hear your own breath is you. So that's another interesting topic in yoga. Try to be quiet and soft and peaceful in your practice. If you're one of these people that's like loud and pounding and crashing and jumping back and boom and loud breathing and all this stuff, just pay attention to that, because you're probably like that in the rest of your life too. So yoga is a great place where we can watch all of our habits and we can change how we are and cultivate how we want to be. So if you're kind of all over the place and jumping and forcing, then you can use your practice to be softer, be more quiet, be more like a little bunny in the forest or a little deer in the forest, or whatever you'd like to be. Or even if you look at lions, and nature's really cool to look at also. If you look at lions and tigers, they're not making this big noise right before they're running, and they're very graceful and very elegant. So be like a tiger. Okay, let's see, a couple more. How long are we? We're at 7 minutes. Okay, I'll cut myself off at 10 minutes. Okay. Laura Smith, Gentry, do you ever do tours and have classes in other cities? If not, will you ever? Love your videos. Thank you for taking the time to put them out. Thanks, Laura. So yeah, I'm in New York a lot because I have a really nice studio here and all the people are here, and I miss everybody every time I go away. I get sad and I miss everybody. But no, I've been to Miami a few times. I've been doing retreats there, which has been fun. And I have some plans to go all over Europe in the spring and some other places. But yeah, I do a lot of like media stuff and the books and the DVDs. So a lot of my time is spent doing that. I know a lot of yoga teachers kind of are frequent flyers every weekend, hopping on airplanes to go and teach every city and things like that. And that's really cool. If I didn't have a yoga studio, I might be doing more of that. But since I have a studio, I'm in New York quite a bit. But yeah, I'm sure I'd like to get out more and do more things like that. Get out more. It's like I live in a small town, but New York City, come visit New York. But no, I get to go to LA quite a bit for stuff, so I should be doing some more things there and in Europe in the spring. And but yeah, so hopefully soon. Definitely keep checking back, because there's always things that come up, and I go around, and I've been doing a lot of stuff with Nissan, going to different marathons and things like that, teaching yoga there. So yeah, I'll let you know when things come up, but yeah, it's definitely something I'm always thinking about, and would love to meet more of you guys and do yoga with you guys and have a good time. So, all right, a couple more. Here we go. Which routine video do you recommend for somebody with a pain back due to weak back muscles, bad knees, and a burning desire to stop admiring yogis and start being one? All right, Jenna Kepley. So there's a back pain video I have on my YouTube channel. I also did one for Nissan that's really good. Really just goes into a lot of really gentle poses for back pain. But yes, start doing yoga. Start at home. You can start with these videos. Just search back pain Tara Stiles and they'll all come up. Yeah, and then just do a bunch, and then go look for a class in your town. Hopefully you'll find a teacher you really like. Come visit me in New York and make some yoga friends. You can do it. Okay, that was my speech. All right, one more. Let's see what we got here. Erica Simon, what is your favorite thing to do besides yoga? Like any other hobbies? Knitting, art, reading. I love to knit. I learned a couple years ago from Wool and the Gang, this really cool shop in Soho on Thompson Street. They sell this really pretty alpaca wool yarn, and it's like really thick. And I've made these hats and stuff. So, and I started doing that on airplanes, which is cool. But now I'm like, that was when I had a little bit more free time. Now I have zero free time again. So I'm back to not being able to knit as much, which is kind of a drag, but it's all good. It's all good. Everything works out for a reason. And yeah, I like to read books about science. I like to read about everything. I'm a big like to read person, so I just like to hang out in bookstores. It's fun to be around books. Speaking of books, my book, Yoga Cures. This is not how the book's gonna look. This is they call it the galley copy. I just got this from Random House the other day. So there it is. Did you get it? Did you get it? Did you get it? You got all the information? Good, because this has a ton of information about how yoga cures everything. I'm serious, it does. So, very excited to share that. I'm gonna have some stuff coming up closer to the launch, some giveaways and some fun things with that, some secret clubs you can be members to, and all of that stuff. Okay, one more. Laura Deli Colley, what is anger in your opinion? Do you ever get angry? Can you do yoga when you feel anger? You can do yoga anytime, anywhere, any place. And if you guys watch my videos, that's pretty much all I say all the time. Anger is interesting. Anger is always, I think it's an emotion that shows us how we feel. I mean, if we feel angry, that's how we feel angry. And when you feel angry, you have to kind of take a look at why you feel angry and what's going on. I don't really get angry that often. If something bothers me, I try to figure out why it's bothering me and then see if I can do anything about it to change the situation. And if I can't change the situation, then you can't change the situation. There's no need to be angry about it. But no, I mean, I get there's things in the world like social injustice and things like that, and just seeing things that people being bullied and things in the world that aren't right, and I think that's good to be angry about that stuff. It's also good to have a clear mind and an idea of how you can help and how you can change things and how you can get involved instead of just saying, I'm angry. So anger is, I feel like it's a nice fuel, a nice fire starter. It's that spark of inspiration almost that sort of kicks us in gear and says, take a look at that and what can you do about it. So looking at anger like that, I think, is a lot more useful than just kind of hopping on the back of anger and letting it take you like a firecracker in all sorts of random directions. So kind of look at your anger, hold it. The Dalai Lama always says hold anger like you would hold a baby, take very good care of it. So I think that's a really interesting perspective. And the Dalai Lama spends a lot of time considering the interests of others and meditating on the happiness and peace of humanity. So I think it's good to listen to the Dalai Lama when it comes to things like that. So hold your anger like a baby. Like a little baby. All right. Okay, so this is 13 minutes. I'm going to cut myself off and have a wonderful day. And I hope that answered some of your questions. And I hope that was useful. If not, I hope this was entertaining. And I'll see you later. Bye.